Hello everybody and welcome back to Create Ultimate Selection 2. Today we're going to be going right back into the kind of stone-based area of the base. And in fact, when I was going over the what we're going to be putting in this kind of building, I realized this is I don't need this much space for what we're going to be building today. However, I've decided that I'm going to use this space anyway, and it's going to be mainly decorative up here. Especially because today we're working on the quartz build. With a bit of a side thing, there's also going to be the andesite in here. So, let's go ahead and get started. And, in fact, remember the sand we were making over here? And how there's kind of a backlog of it? Well, if I take that sand and I haunt it, then I get soul sand, which I can then wash to form quartz. And gold nuggets. I have to make sure to filter for that. Anyway, before we get too much further, however, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff lets me know what you like and keeps my video showing up in your feed. Let's go ahead and get started. So, first thing we need is I've already ran the power over here. And so this side will be the quartz side. So let's go ahead and do this. And frog pull off of that, off of that point. And it's going to go right there. And I'm going to call it quartz input. And this is going to be both send and receive. And we're going to put a packager right below. Going in, I don't want a chain there. The bell. And the package is going to go right in there. Yeah, that's what I want. And then we're going to put a depot. I think I have one. Yeah, depot. And then I also need the andesite funnel. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get at least the basis of this setup so this video doesn't go on too long because it is a 2-machine video. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. And then I'll show you guys as soon as I get it set up. Okay, so I currently have the general direction of the andesite farm, and actually I need to go and get the belts out. Let's see, where did they end up? There they are. So, it starts off with, we're going to be pulling in sand into here, and it's going to end up here. Then I'm going to have some mechanical arms taking sand from here, putting it up on these 3 blocks here. Well, then they're going to be haunted, go into there, go into this storage, and then underneath I'm going to have a return network, and that's going to be the line that the car stuff is going to come out of. And the source sand is going to hold up in there. And then as you can see here, if you take the source sand, this can come out of here, be placed via mechanical arm on these 3. By the way, you can tell how much I need precision mechanisms, so much so that I actually built the machine all the way over in a home base full. But then they're going to be washed in and become quartz. And I just realized I probably need a way to get gold nuggets you know, let's see. What I'm gonna go get a filter, and then we're gonna go ahead and filter for that. So I think I need to run back, get back to my home base for that. See you guys as soon as I get back. Okay, I have the gold nugget and the filters, so I'll be able to, let's see, filter, only let in gold nuggets and nether quartz. And so now it should only let those two things in. Okay, that fixed the one issue that I've spotted there. Now we've got this, and there's going to be water here. May need to get fence gates. I'm going to have to see how water reacts. How does water react like this? Okay, I definitely do need to craft me up some fence gates. Okay. Is it this? No. Is it this? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fence gates. There and there. All of those open. Okay, now we got the fan set up. Anyway, so there, and then under here, I have to dig this out a bit. But here's where the return line is going to go. And then this is how it's going to go and go ahead and be brought out to the rest of the factory line. So let's go ahead and get the mechanical arms set up. So take and deposit. Let's go ahead and run triple. Actually, yeah, that is set it up. So take, deposit, deposit, deposit. Let's go ahead and run triple arms for all of these. So deposit up there. Take, deposit, deposit, deposit. Take, deposit, deposit, deposit. Take. So that should be all of that. Let's just put a block there so I can step up here. And the flint and steel. That should get us the haunting. I don't think I have any source sand on me. So for now, gonna remove those, and then once we do get it going, then that'll be that. Wait a second. Do I have the kinetic bridge? No, I do not. I'm gonna have to go and get that. Give me a couple minutes. Okay, I finally have the kinetic bridge. I had to go run around and craft it. And so now I'll be able to go ahead and set up the actual energy so I can actually start, making sure that this is in fact working as it should. So let's head up to here. And yeah, I'm just going to, let's see. Do I have, I should have a vertical gear. Yeah, I have some vertical gearboxes. Maybe I have to craft some more at some point. So vertical gearbox. Then we need the overstress clutch, and the kinetic bridge. And then I'm going to have a normal gearbox. Should I have these somewhere? There we go. So this. Oh, wait, no, I didn't want that one. I wanted that one. And let's see, half of these into vertical. But I also need the shaft, so shaft, vertical, shaft. Going the wrong direction. So replace this with the gearbox. Okay, now that's going the right direction. I can remove these. Can also hold this down. Do I have cog? Yes, I do. And that. I do. I know I have factory gauges. So first, I'm gonna just desync those just to make sure they're synced to the right network. Come over here. Don't place that. Tune the factory gauges. And now I want it to go there. And let's see, I need to go get some sand. Okay, I now have the sand, and this will allow me to set that factory gauge. And I probably, after I get all this up, I need to look into like create movement options. But so now I can take the sand, set it. I want it to sit at 10 stacks of sand. And I want to set it to quartz input. And if I set this up properly, we should be getting, I'm pretty sure it's those two are being sent this way to this. Looks like we only need 2 of those to keep up. Have to replace them. There, that should be enough to get that ball rolling, so to speak. Except for the fact that I haven't set up the fans yet. So, go ahead and pause that while I get the fans rolling. Quite literally, too. Ah, wait a second. If I put it there instead, and I do as a vertical gearbox positioned, I need to get my drone. That'll make it so much easier. Okay, I have the drone now. So now this should allow me to get up here. And this should allow me to take the mechanical belt, connect it like that, and then this. Okay. So now if I go and I snag soul sand, I can actually, let's go ahead and move those for a second. Just for ease. And source sand, and source sand. Now I can replace the belts. So those, yep, those are still set up properly. So now I can take this, and they should now be waiting right there until they get turned into source sand, at which point they will be dropped down into here, which is exactly what we wanted. And now we go vertical, shaft, and probably do that. And we only need that one. And now we need to get the power from here over to there. Easiest thing to do is that. Shaft up. Vertical gearbox. Rotated. Shaft, shaft, shaft. Vertical gearbox. Shaft. Vertical gearbox. Another shaft. That's going the wrong direction, so we throw in a vertical gearbox pointing this way. Then if I take this out, replace it with that, that shouldn't restrict that too much, and then I need to rotate, yeah, that needs to be that way, like that. And then this is how we provide power to the fans. And the whole thing is now overstressed. So we need to raise this number to, I think we typically use, what, 256? Yeah, we typically use 256. And it is sucking and not blowing. So see, this should work. I'm going to go ahead and get another bucket because I just want to make sure that's full. Also need to grab some charcoal from here so I can restock. And that should be going good. And we're now getting nether quartz in this silo. And we're still getting a backlog of source sand, so we can still pull stuff from there. So that's all working nicely. And I can now also remove this. I just have to keep one stack in there because that's all that's really needed if it's outputting one at a time. So let's see, that's providing power to all of that. And we can deal with the output later. Right now, what we need to also do is we need to set up the andesite area. So the andesite area, we need a network of lava. So we need a lava grid. With basins. And then, let's see, trying to figure out where I want this to go. We need an andesite. Well, first I need to sleep. In fact, let me go ahead and get the andesite thing set up, and then I'll come back and show you guys how it's going there. See you there. As you can tell, I'm currently almost done with the andesite, and I'm actually pretty glad that I ended up making it this big, because it turns out I do need all this space. Anyway, so right now, I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that guy because I don't want to have to deal with him. I may have to, though. Anyway, so what I ended up doing is I now have a second frog port, and this one is receiving packages from these two gauges, which make sure that I have 10 stacks of flint and 10 stacks of gravel, and I can adjust that at any time. So if I find out I need more of a backlog because of the 4 mechanical arms and the 8 mechanical presses, then, you know, I'll deal with that. You know, I'm just gonna take care of this guy right now while he's right here. Shoot, didn't get an ender pearl out of that. Just place that right there. Anyway, so yeah, I currently now have that coming in. And now I need to get power, and now I need to start pumping lava, so I need to make that lava source and pump from it. I know I have the pump somewhere. Ah, there it is. It's just now we need to go over here. That would probably be good, and then I'll just put it right here. Let's see, lava. Let's see, take this out, and then take that. Pump. And then I need the cog right there. And now that's getting that. Let's just cover this up and build my way out. So are all these getting lava? Yes, they are all getting lava. And I need to make some more vertical. Do have some more vertical gearboxes because I'm definitely gonna have to make a whole lot more. So let's pull from here. Vertical gearbox, shaft, vertical gearbox. What? I need to go get me a block of andesite. Give me a minute. Okay, I got the andesite because I forgot to put a craft filter on these. Can't believe I forgot to do it. It's like one of the first things you do is you make... Okay. Now we're getting the right thing. Let's just go put that there to extract. Actually, wait. What can I use? Oh, these are just... that's something to keep in mind, actually. Let's leave it in the system for now, because I can always extract it once I have it hooked up. Okay, so now we have that. And... Okay, so getting a good level of andesite blocks coming in. And now we need to go underneath to map out the return line. Okay, currently I have a output set up in this, and it'll come out through this network. I don't have it wired in yet, but this should be working. And let's see, I need to... Let's see, vertical gearbox, normal gearbox, that to that. That is going the wrong direction. So I need to go a block down. And let's see, I need to go vertical, vertical. Vertical, vertical, that, then tie that up to there. Now should be blowing up. Now I need to dig a way around. Okay, so now from here to there, and I need the belts there as well. There, that's going the right direction now. It should be, yep. And inside funnel. This needs to go one more block this way so that I can take the packager, put it there. Let's see, funnel, sorry, shaft, belt, and now I need to dig around this way. And go funnel. And then over here, packager. shoot funnel. Let's see, there to there. Would a simple normal gearbox go well there? Yes, it would. Okay, now I need to find the stock links. And they're not tied to a network, so I need to go do that. First, however, I do need to sleep. And if I now, let's see, stock link tied to that network. Linked there. Run around here. Can I link to the bottom? Yes, I can. Link to the side. Yes, I can. So I can patch that hole there. Wait, I need torches down here because, well, I may use night vision so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. This place is completely enclosed, so I do need to make sure I torch it up. So, torch spam. And if I now cover this up, so now just to test, I should, once I make it back to the main base, I completely forgot I need to cut over this direction. After I make it back over to the main base, we should be able to access the stock ticker and call for anything that was in any of those inventories because they would have been connected to the same stock network. So I should. Yep. So I'm going to pull all the blocks of flint, all the gravel bricks, and all the gold nuggets. And this is just a test to make sure that that's all going to be coming. So if I rush over here, okay, there appears to be some stick-ups when it comes to packages, but should be having, that's all the gravel. This is all the gold nuggets, and the block of flint already came in. Can I? Looks like mainly a decoration block. But anyway, so that is now the andesite and the quartz thing now going. So we have already a fair amount of andesite and a fair amount of quartz. And so now if we head on back to the factory over here, we may need to do some other routing so not everything is going down this one line because that looks like it could get pretty tied up. But now this is producing all the andesite and the quartz we could need. And because it's tied to sand, gravel, and flint, which are being produced at the other facilities, we are also getting all of those we could need. It turns out making a platform this big was exactly what I needed. And for the most part, all the main storages that I would be needing, so the quartz and the andesite are completely tileable. So if I, take and get, all the item vaults here, I can just expand the storage for all of these. So now I just doubled all the storage, and it takes up like no extra room. So, well, actually, wait, I need to go check the quartz and the soul sand carryover, because we just tested all the stuff from the run over from the andesite creator. So yeah, I just had sticky keys. No, I don't want the sticky keys. So just to make sure that everything is coming properly, I'm going to order 1 nether quartz, 1 soul sand, and 1 andesite. So this stuff should be coming through. Down here. Okay, I think it, I just thought of something I can do to make it, to make stuff moving around a bit easier. But, let's see, 1, 2, did a third one already come in and I missed it? Yeah, so that's all full, but, I need to go and add another chain connection because there is a additional connection I can do right here that would make things a bit easier, which should clear up that line a bit. And as I said, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but all of these lines are in fact subject to change at any point in time. I can reroute them through alternate methods. Like I could have a line come all the way out to here and then over, as long as I stay within the loaded chunks that I have marked out. But this should allow for some easier transport because we have 3 different inputs over here. But the way this is set up, I should be able to access everything from from these 4 buildings in the main factory over here. And based on the test that we just did, it is entirely correct that we have everything we need here. So, something else that I just realized I haven't shown you guys. I do need some glass for something, so I'm just going to send for it. But I actually added a new mini machine into the factory floor area. I just need to wait for the sand to come in. It's making its way. And so I can take the sand and I can put it in this barrel over here. And you can see the arm in there. And this isn't the fastest thing, but it's not meant to be. But it will eventually come out with glass. And so, let me see if I can actually get a view in here. Yeah, so you can see there's lava. And so this is the, this is an automatic smelter that requires, and the main reason I'm doing this and not, just a stack of furnaces is because I don't need to fuel this. It's got lava in there that is doing the fueling. So yeah, there's just one more creation here on the factory floor. Still trying to figure out where to put some other ones. But we actually may end up needing to put a second floor on this. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it here for the day. So what we've done so far today is we have a new branch of the network that's focused on producing quartz and andesite. Are we out of... Huh. Just some lag maybe then? Huh. I'll figure this out. Point is, I would like to thank you all for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below. Lets me know what you like and keeps my videos showing up in your feed. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.